What's going on, people? This is Shok, and I'm going to go ahead and get this video out of the way because I know when people see me on Facebook or Twitter or when I'm streaming on Twitch, I'll probably get this question 1,000 times within a single day, so I'm going to go ahead and address this now. But for those of you who don't know, as you can see, Reggie is officially retiring from Nintendo, which, definitely marks the end of a very long legacy because he's been with them for a pretty long time. And here's my thoughts on this subject matter, and I don't really have too much to say. Um, it is kind of a bummer, but basically only in a nostalgic sense for me. You know what I mean? We've just been so used to Reggie being with Nintendo, and ever since he came out on that, which stage was that? E3 2004, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. It's been a long time. We're all old as hell now. But ever since he came out on that stage, we liked him and he was really charismatic. And I still feel that Reggie is a fairly, charismatic guy. He's always happy, he's always smiling, always encouraging, just has a very positive air about himself, you know what I mean? But with that being said, the original Reggie that we initially had met is kind of different from the Reggie that we have now. And I don't mean that in terms of, his charisma and, his energy, like I said. Like, that's still consistent. But if you guys remember that first time he stepped on the E3 stage and how he was, he was very, confident and badass. And a lot of the times he was very honest, or at least as honest as a PR individual could be. You know what I mean? But kind of as years and years have gone on, he's kind of became like more and more of a like corporate mouthpiece. You know what I mean? I remember in times past, he'll be honest. He'll be like, yeah, we kind of messed up with this. We kind of messed up with that. This isn't as good as we could make it. This isn't as good as we should be. But it's like kind of towards the end of the Wii life cycle with, the Wii U coming out. He started just kind of saying things. It's like, come on, Reggie. You know what I mean? Like, that's not true. You don't mean that. Stop with this whole. For instance, you remember when he said that the Wii U would have a robust online infrastructure? You remember when he said that? Yeah. And then you remember when he said that Switch would not have friend codes, and you know how he's tried continuously and repeatedly to rationalize how, the Switch doesn't have certain features. And things like that. It try to rationalize Switch Online and the online the phone app, where it has features on the phone app but not the features on the system itself. Just things like that. And understand, it's his job. It's his job to make things not seem as bad as they are for his company and their hardware. I get it. But like I said, he used to not be this bad with it. You know what I mean? So I guess you can say over the years, I've kind of, I guess you could say, fallen out of with Reggie as a face of Nintendo. He used to be that dude for me. I used to be like, oh man, Reggie's really dope. I actually met him at, E3 2014. I actually shook his hand and met him, which was like really cool. I couldn't get a picture with him at the time because he was kind of brisking me and a couple others away. I remember Zero was there as well, the Smash player. Me and Zero were talking to him at the same time. But he just kind of came off as a little less genuine as time goes on. And like I'm not trying to say any of this as like an attack on his character or character assassination. I'm not saying it like in that type of nature or context or regard. I'm just saying as a public face for a corporation, he just kind of got a little less and less genuine over time. And like I said, I get it. It's his job. So that's why I'm making sure you guys understand. I'm not trying to attack his character or anything. I'm just talking about. I guess you could say it's a critique of him, like I've been saying, as a PR individual, as a face of a company, but not as a man or whatever. I still respect Reggie. Like I said, he's a super nice dude. Really chill, really cool. Like I said, very positive energy. I like that about him. But I can't say that like, oh man, like I'm so sad to see him go. Because in more recent times, he just hasn't been as real as he used to be. You know what I mean? He's definitely kind of changed over time as president of Nintendo. But like I said, there is a slight little sting, just based off of the nostalgia factor. A lot of us grew up having Reggie as the face and leader of Nintendo of America. But we'll see what this Bowser guy is all about. Like I said, I don't know too much about Doug. I've heard a couple things about him, but I haven't seen too much of him myself. But we'll see what's going on. But I mean, personally, the way I see it, it really doesn't matter who's running Nintendo of America, because as we all know, for those of us who have common sense, Nintendo of America doesn't really have that much power anyways. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really get to make any decisions or anything like that. Nintendo Japan runs that company in its entirety. Reggie himself really hasn't had power or decision-making power like that. So it's like, at the end of the day, does it really matter? No. The only thing this will really affect is the things that are said. Whether it comes down to damage controlling or the explanation as to why Nintendo is doing certain things, as well as, communicating what North American fans, want to Nintendo, because that is a responsibility of them. But as far as, any power that Nintendo America may have, they really don't have any anyways. So I don't really think this is going to amount to anything or change anything drastically. So at the end of the day, I guess I could just give this news like kind of one huge shoulder shrug with a little bit, a little bit of bitterness, for the nostalgia factor, like I've been saying. But those are my thoughts. Good luck to Reggie and whatever else he decides to do, if he does. But I'm pretty sure he's just kind of, retiring altogether, probably just chilling and enjoying his money. He's definitely earned it. He's worked hard for this company. Like I said, I definitely respect the guy. Little bittersweet seeing him go, but it's all good. It's all good. But that's for this video, y'all. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.